I did experience, some broken bones, things thrown at me, intimidation. It was very terrifying.
A local domestic violence survivor says there are resources to help people and families escape bad situations. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, 1 in 4 women are victims of DV. 1 in 7 men also experience it. In the last 2 weeks, 2 women have been found murdered in the Spokane area. When we talked with the families of Jannell Martensen and Kiara Morgan-Weiland, they shared concerns over their loved ones trapped in a cycle of abuse and drugs. Peter Choi has the story.
Yeah, after talking with the families, we want you to know what kind of resources are available to help women and families escape a life of abuse. Taffy Hunter is a survivor, and she says victims have to speak up for themselves and ask for help.
It was very terrifying.
Years of traumatic experience that are still difficult to forget.
Some broken bones, things thrown at me, intimidation.
It has been more than 10 years since Taffy Hunter got out of the abusive relationship with her ex-husband. Hunter is now guiding resources for other domestic violence victims because she knows what exactly they're going through right now.
I remember when I got out, I worked with the YWCA in Walla Walla, and get choked up. My therapist at the time said that every abusive person's story is the same. It's like they all went to the same abuse school. They all learned the same techniques to some degree. But every survivor's story is different.
She says many victims are dealing with drug addiction. It's often used in a relationship against victims and survivors.
I feel just so muddled and foggy, and it's so hard to make sense of, and it's chaotic what's happening. The person you love is hurting you, and it doesn't make sense, right? And so reaching out to a professional in that way can really help gain that clarity.
If you live in Spokane, contact YWCA and Lutheran Community Service. For North Idaho, Safe Passage has 24/7 hotline for you. Making phone calls for help can make victims feel unsafe at home. Hunter says there's an alternative option.
Phone calls can also be unsafe if you are being monitored through technology. And so all of those places I mentioned, I believe all of them have text lines that someone can text that feels a little bit less intimidating, a little bit less scary.
She says breaking the isolation is the first step victims should do.
If a survivor can break the isolation and find support, then they can get to safety and health faster. And that's what we encourage.
If English is not your first language, a bilingual service is also available for victims. Find more information on our website, kxly.com. In studio tonight, Peter Choi for News Now.